All right, everybody. Let me enlighten you to what God showed me true tithe is, right? You're rich. You got a church, right? 10% tithe, right? Hey, not saying it's against God's way. It's just been shown wrong, right? You go to church. You're well off. You're good. You have nothing to worry about. Yet you see this couple walk in with a young child that is struggling to make it, right? God's true way. Your 10% tithe doesn't go to that church so he becomes rich. Your 10% tithe is to help the person who can't help themselves. Give 10% to that person. But it's not, we don't need glorification for what we do. But that's what church pushes, right? Because as they pass that bucket, it's about everybody watching what you put in there. No. Find them and help them. And don't tell nobody, because that's God's way. Is being God's giver. Being the lovely force that God put in us to be for humanity. That's why God said a church is not a group gathering where somebody profits off us. Every church is a home. You need 2 or more people for it to be a church. If you go to church, hey, that's your choice. I'm not discrediting that. Just do your tithe God's way, okay? If you see that family that comes in, right? And you see they have like hard times, help them. That's your tithe. Your reverend don't matter. Because wealth is with God, not with money, right? But the world we live in, that family that don't listen to the parents, because parents always hush their children because we have a status to hold. Pay attention to them little kids. Can we get something to eat? No, later. That could be the sign that they don't have the money to eat. And you could be the one that God sent. But just, nobody needs to know. You can, your 10% tithe to provide for them God's way. See? Drives me nuts. Not saying everything about the church and religion is wrong. It's just misconstrued for somebody's profit because they're led by Satan for greed. And to try to be that graven image, which is a priest or a pastor or whatever you want to call it, because you have to go to them for forgiveness. No, you go to God. It's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. You go to God and Jesus himself for forgiveness. Not somebody that says, oh, I do this because I'm in a prophet. It doesn't work like that. People, wake up. You're being so brainwashed by Satan. You understand, like, okay, I hope I broke this down for you to understand. Satan's in the works, and it really is about brotherly love. Sharing God's love and helping the ones that cannot help themselves. Because that's God's way. Think about it. Satan has people so misconstrued that they think we're in competition with each other. But we're not. Because what you are blinded from is that, hey, you're this family. That's your kid. We have this much money, right? Yet, maybe you have that much money because you work this many hours. You're gone from home that much. Yet, you're so far away from your children that you don't get to teach them everything. And you rely on your spouse, which may be wrong, but hey, if it's a status quo, she looks a certain way, he looks a certain way, they make this much money, they whatever your society norms are, yet you got this poor family that comes that has this brilliant child that God put in them something amazing, amazing, that's going to change the world for the better for generations to come. But their family can't provide. Maybe they're working 2 to 3 jobs because they don't have your status, your connections. But they have everything you have. They don't have that societal BS Satan way to where they don't have the connections to get the job and make the money you make. You're hindering God's creations. And that's the satanic way. Get to know each other. Love each other. Encourage. Help each other grow. Share knowledge. Because the lies that Satan tells is that don't share this, this, and this with people. Don't share these ideas with people because it'll be stolen. But that pushes the deadly sins of greed, right? And then loop it back around, goes back to envy and jealousy, another deadly sins, right? But if we just share it freely, it removes Satan completely out of the equation because we're helping everybody grow and succeed. There is no greed, no envy, no jealousy, no I got more, no competition. We're here to help each other. You see, I was lost for so many years, okay? Yes, I was. It drove me to heroin, to addiction, to escape, because I couldn't stand the way Satan ran the world. But I was judged so bad because what God put in me was hated so much. And what it took for me to figure everything out was to leave where I came from. All the surroundings around me, the family God put me in, to leave and find my true self, and so that I can meditate, connect with my higher self, because I found my true self that sits with God to understand his true plans for humanity. It really, that's the leap they talk about taking, is to separate yourself from the ones that control you and be true to yourself exactly how God created you, not how man wants you to be. But they'll never tell you this because they want control, manipulation. They want to keep you under their foot because the leaders, managers, CEOs, government, however you want to put it, cops, definitely judges, definitely prosecuting attorneys, want to play the role of Lucifer, Satan, and say, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're going to be punished this way because you didn't listen to me, because they think they're God, but they're not. You see, understanding America, because, hey, other countries, I don't know where you're from and what it's like there, because, so I really can't say. I mean, I got an idea, because if just you and Einstein's theory of relativity, if I relate my country to your country, that's how it works, but I don't know, so I can't, misconstrue. But look at America. Like I said, the White House has satanic symbols. The bills they sign have satanic symbols. The Statue of Liberty, 7 spikes on his crown. There's 7 strands of light. Lucifer, Satan, the bringer of light, right? And Statue of Liberty's foot is the broken chain. We let Satan free so he can teach us how to lead these people and control these people. No, it doesn't work like that, right? Then you go with celebrities, right? Graven image. Thou shalt not covet any graven image. A celebrity. Thou shalt not covet any graven image. I don't know how to put it any more clear, but that's what they are. That's why they get paid crazy amounts of money So you covet them, lose yourself, and lose God, trying to be them Satan's way. That's why they do satanic rituals at award ceremonies. I pray y'all take yourself to God and find the truth for yourself, because you don't have to believe me, because I don't matter. Nobody does. God does. And listen to this truth He puts in you, and you will be free. Have a blessed day, everybody.